What to expect after the interview. Let's discuss what happens after your interview is over. Here are the learning outcomes for this video. By the end of the video, you should 1. Understand the employer's scoring and ranking process. 2. Understand the employer's timeline to make a decision. 3. Understand some positive takeaways from being rejected for a job. And 4. Understand what you should learn from repeat rejections. Let's get started. Interviews are evaluation tools. In many companies, a structured scoring and ranking process is used to make hiring decisions. In this process, the interview team scores your overall candidacy and then compares your score to the other candidates' scores. Scoring systems can differ across companies, but in general, you'll be scored on your credentials, work experience, interview performance, professionalism, and fit for the job. The scoring and ranking process can be slow. First, it takes time for your interviewers to meet, discuss, and assemble scores. Second, hiring managers are often required to follow specific tasks that can be time-consuming, such as submitting scoring forms and getting approvals. Third, if there are a lot of candidates being interviewed, then that requires more time. And fourth, making the hiring decision might not be an immediate priority for the hiring manager if there are other projects going on. Just because it might take a while for the employer to make the hiring decision doesn't mean that you should be kept in the dark. Ideally, the employer will provide you with status updates. These status updates should include notice to you if the job was awarded to someone else. If you don't receive updates after a reasonable amount of time, then reach out to the hiring manager or HR for an update. If you didn't get the job, keep your chin up. There are a few positives to take away. First, the more interviews you complete, the easier this process becomes. Basically, you shouldn't look at this as a rejection, but as practice that will pay off later. Second, you should be proud that you received an interview in the first place. Good jobs are competitive, and you received an interview while others didn't due to your qualifications. Third, don't give up on this employer if you aren't ready to. If you liked the company and connected with one of the interviewers, stay in touch with that person and build a relationship. This can help you unlock future opportunities. If you're repeatedly getting rejected for jobs after interviewing, then you should take some time to figure out what's going on. First, it might not be your fault. If you're interviewing for jobs that are extremely competitive, then you're statistically unlikely to land that job. But what if the rejection is related to something that you're doing? 2 things here. First, think back on your interview to see if you can determine areas where you underperformed so you can fix those things going forward. Second, ask for feedback from the interviewers. That's the end of this foundational video, but just a reminder that this video is part of a longer playlist. The playlist is in chronological order, meaning videos at the beginning of the playlist cover things that occur at the beginning of a job search and vice versa. If you liked this video, then you should check out the other videos in the playlist. If you thought this video was confusing, then try going backwards in the playlist to learn more about job search up until this point, or even forwards in the playlist to see how things come together. Thanks.